Ilia, stop running, Ilia. Stop running, Ilia. Good boy. I'll make it quick, no worries. Good boy.
Arman Tsarukyan has made it clear he's not waiting around for anyone's permission. The UFC lightweight contender isn't shy about calling out Ilia Topuria for his reluctance to face him, even suggesting that the newly crowned champion should either vacate his belt or prepare to lose it to him. It's been a roller coaster year for Tsarukyan. Back in January, he was scheduled to face Islam Makhachev for the UFC lightweight title, a fight that had fans buzzing with anticipation. Unfortunately, just a day before the event, Tsarukyan was forced to pull out due to a back injury, a decision that seemed to derail his championship aspirations. The title, once held by Makhachev, was eventually vacated when Makhachev moved up to welterweight, and Topuria, fresh off his knockout win against Charles Oliveira, was crowned the new champ.
Topuria hasn't fought good wrestlers. He only fought Bryce Mitchell, and he took him down and held him there. I know for sure that wrestlers like Islam and myself can take him down and control him on the ground. Can you just elaborate on that? Like, what do you see the holes in Ilia's game?
I mean, he's a good striker. Not good striker, he's a good boxer. I feel like myself, I'm a better like MMA fighter than him because I'm more skilled than him. I got good kicks, knees, like wrestling, setup, boxing is wrestling against the cage, grappling, everything.
Since that moment, Tsarukyan has been stuck in limbo, trying to regain his position. He was once again on track to challenge for the title, but then found himself overshadowed by rising stars like Paddy Pimblett. Despite being ranked number 1, 2 in the division, Tsarukyan's path to a title shot is unclear, especially as other fighters like Justin Gaethje and the ever-popular Pimblett seem to have the UFC's attention. Adding to the drama, Topuria recently made headlines when he appeared on a live stream and made it clear that he wasn't interested in giving Tsarukyan a shot at his belt anytime soon. In fact, Topuria went as far as to say that he'd rather vacate the title than defend it against Tsarukyan, citing doubts about the Armenian fighter's reliability after his withdrawal from the Makhachev fight.
Listen, when you put so much effort in the game and you have a guy in front who you don't know that maybe he could pull out from the fight, that's not something good for us. It's not on my back. Bro, I don't fucking care. They're gonna give him a fight before the title shot because there is no way. If I'm the world champion, I'm never gonna give him a chance to fight for the title. I will be like, listen, if that's the case, take my belt. I don't do it.
This isn't the first time Tsarukyan has been vocal about his frustrations with the lightweight division's dynamics. He's been vocal about the UFC's ranking system, and in particular, he's taken aim at Pimblett, who currently sits in the number 9th spot despite some questionable victories. Tsarukyan doesn't mince words when it comes to the baddie, calling out Pimblett for beating fighters who were on losing streaks. Tsarukyan pointed out that Pimblett's last 3 wins came against Michael Chandler, Bobby Green, and Tony Ferguson, all of whom had lost multiple fights before facing the rising star. In Tsarukyan's view, this kind of matchmaking shouldn't be rewarded with a top 10 ranking, let alone a potential title shot.
You gotta delete him from the rankings even. He's not even deserved to be in top 10. He beat last 3 guys. It was Chandler, he had 3 losses. It was Bobby Green, he had 4 losses. It was Tony Ferguson, he had 8 losses. That's crazy. And like, you wanna bring that guy to fight for the title?
Oh, there's the graphic right there. There it is.
He comes prepared. Tsarukyan does his homework for sure, man. You're a smart guy.
That's crazy. 3-0, 8-0, 2-0.
Oh, that's pretty bad when you put it that way. That's receipts.
The divide between Tsarukyan and Pimblett couldn't be clearer. While Pimblett has a knack for generating hype, Tsarukyan's focus remains squarely on his performance inside the octagon. Tsarukyan has a more measured approach to his career, and he believes that his resume speaks for itself. A win over Charles Oliveira, along with victories against fighters like Beneil Dariush, Damir Ismagulov, and Joel Alvarez, solidifies his claim to the title shot he feels he deserves.
With Arman Tsarukyan weighing in as the backup, is he getting back in the good graces with you and the...
Well, it's not about getting back in the good graces. It's about, the guy had the opportunity to fight for a title and didn't make weight. It's just, I mean, you couldn't fuck up anything worse than that. But he proved, you know, now that he's not fighting for the title and he was here as a backup fighter, he made weight. So it's definitely a step in the right direction.
The whole situation has also highlighted the ongoing debate within the lightweight division. Is the UFC prioritizing marketability over actual merit? Tsarukyan certainly thinks so, particularly when it comes to Pimblet. His comments reflect a growing frustration with the UFC's ranking system, which many believe is influenced by star power and entertainment value rather than a fighter's actual accomplishments. In the case of Pimblet, it's hard to ignore the fact that his personality, charisma, and online following have played a big role in his rise through the ranks.
He's just a little posh boy who's had everything handed to him on a silver platter by his dad. And he was doing them videos where he flips forward on his neck, and then he's saying that he's got a bad back. The best masseuse and the PI come out and they never said to him, you can't fight. He decided he's not gonna fight. Oh, he's a little chats. That's what you are, Arman.
Tsarukyan's criticisms of Pimblet aren't just about the man himself, but about what his rapid rise represents in the bigger picture. Tsarukyan is a more traditional competitor, focusing on grinding out victories against legitimate opponents. He's been a consistent force in the lightweight division, with his only 2 losses coming against Makhachev and Mateusz Gamrot, 2 top-tier fighters. His body of work clearly shows that he's been more than deserving of a title shot, but the UFC's insistence that he fight his way back leaves Tsarukyan frustrated and impatient. As if that wasn't enough, there's also the issue of the title picture in the lightweight division. Topuria, who defeated Oliveira in impressive fashion to claim the vacant belt, has made it clear that he sees himself fighting either Gaethje or Pimblet next, not Tsarukyan. This has left the Armenian fighter feeling somewhat sidelined.
I'll send Topuria back to top 15 pound for pound. For me, it's easier to fight Topuria than Oliveira.
Wait,
For my
I
style.
don't understand that. I don't understand that, Arman. Like, how can you say that?
Because I like to take down people, you know. When you take down Charles Oliveira, he still can like choke you or some like do some meat.
You almost had
But
to. You almost had
yeah, but Topuria is gonna try to get up, and then you can like just go like 1,000 times to take him down because there is no problems on the ground.
Well, that Bryce Mitchell fight that you were speaking about, he won that fight by submission.
Maybe he's a good guy, but not the best fighter.
But Tsarukyan isn't one to back down. When asked about Topuria's refusal to fight him, Tsarukyan responded with the same confidence that has characterized his career. He's not afraid of a challenge, and he's certainly not afraid to call out anyone who stands in his way. He even took to social media to mock Topuria, posting a video of himself chasing a duck and telling it to stop running. The message was clear. He believes Topuria is avoiding him, and he's ready to chase down the title that he feels is rightfully his.
Like seriously, like who do you think you'll be, like the UFC will give you next? I'm curious because there's a lot of guys.
I don't know. I think that they are gonna try to push for Justin. This is what I think. Or maybe Patty. There's not even conversation about Arman.
What's more, Tsarukyan has gone so far as to wager a substantial amount of money on his fight with Topuria. Speaking on a podcast, Tsarukyan offered to bet $500,000 that he would defeat the champion, adding even more intrigue to the already heated rivalry. The move is as bold as it is confident, and it's clear that Tsarukyan isn't backing down from a potential showdown with Topuria.
I can put the bets. I can put like a $500,000 if he beat me. If I beat him, he's gonna give me $500,000. So I can put it that.
Okay, so he's willing to make handshake bet.
If he wants to make that, so I'm down, and we can shake hand fight. If I lose, I'll give him $500,000. If I beat him, he's gonna give me $500,000.
That's big words right there. Patty Pimblet ain't throwing numbers around like that. So I think you know, the fight game likes when these fighters make those big side bets like that. And
yeah, we can, if he wants, we can make that bet. So if he believes himself like 100%, he's gonna say yes for sure.
That's some big money right there. We all love to see that. I don't know, that might give the #1 contender his title shot. That Patty Pimblet thing was just a show for the folks, you know, at home watching. So no. You gotta delete him from the rankings even. He's not
even deserve to be in top 10.
Meanwhile, it's also worth noting that Topuria himself is not entirely opposed to the idea of giving up his title if the situation doesn't work in his favor. In a recent interview, he suggested that he would vacate the lightweight title rather than defend it against Tsarukyan, a statement that has left many fans scratching their heads. While Topuria's position is understandable to some extent, after all, the thought of facing a dangerous opponent like Tsarukyan is never easy. It also makes one question the mindset of a champion who is so willing to give up his belt rather than defend it against a worthy contender.
If you're just watching him now, you think he's a striker, but he came into MMA as a grappler. But what are the holes you see in his game?
Not good striker, he is a good boxer. I feel like myself, I'm a better like a MMA fighter than him because I have more skill than him. I got good kicks, knees, wrestling, setup, boxing with wrestling. I feel like you gotta just keep pressure him, try him, take him down, make him tired because he gets out so fast with the wrestling. If you watch like fights where he wrestled, he got tired and so fast. He has good boxing and that's all. So
Tsarukyan sees it as a sign of weakness. To him, a true champion should never be afraid to face the best, and with his own skill set, Tsarukyan believes he's the most dangerous fighter in the lightweight division. He's confident that his well-rounded game, his striking, wrestling, and clinch work would give Topuria all kinds of problems. In fact, Tsarukyan has gone on record to say that he believes Topuria would be an easier fight for him than Charles Oliveira, citing Oliveira's dangerous submission game as a bigger challenge.
So they still figuring out who is fighting for the title, me, Gage, or Petty. But I know if they gotta put me because I'm #1 contender right now.
Well, so where do you see? Obviously, ideally, you fight for the belt next. But if that doesn't happen, how do you see the chips falling? What's the most probable outcome do you think they're gonna offer you next?
I mean, if it's not title fight, it's probably Gage,
Yeah.
or Pimlet or Hooker. I don't know.
How do you see the fight going with Gaethje? Like, how do you match up against everybody? Yeah, go ahead.
With Gage, it's a good fight. He's a good striker, but he used to be wrestler, so now he strikes more. But I mean, it's good fight for me. All of them is good fight for me, so it's easy.
It's clear that Tsarukyan isn't just talking a big game, he's ready to back it up. And with the UFC's lightweight division in a state of flux, the future of the title picture could very well hinge on how the promotion decides to handle the ongoing drama between Topuria and Tsarukyan. As things stand, the lightweight division is as unpredictable as ever, with Topuria holding the belt but seemingly unwilling to fight Tsarukyan, and other fighters like Gaethje and Pimblett vying for their shot at the title. It's tough to say who will come out on top. What is certain, however, is that Tsarukyan isn't backing down from any challenge, whether it's Topuria, Pimblett, or anyone else who stands in his way. The road to the title may not be straightforward, but for Tsarukyan, it's only a matter of time before he proves that he's the true king of the lightweight division.